Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, aka the Paris Quiz Mistress. I live in Paris and I host trivia nights. And although I'm usually the one asking the questions, this podcast is a chance for me to turn the tables on some of my trivia buddies and have them quiz me. But of course, I also quiz them on some of their favorite topics. So I hope you play along and geek out with us. In this episode of the Paris Quiz Mistress podcast, I got to invite my quiz buddy Toni all the way from Boryeong, South Korea. We used to play on the same pub trivia team back in college in DC, and we had a lot of fun writing questions for each other, sort of based on our common experiences. I hope that you enjoy playing along with Toni and I. We have some musicals, we have some history, geography, pop culture, just a little bit of everything. So here is my episode with Toni. Hey, Toni.
Hi.
How's it going?
Just enjoying life indoors.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm calling, stupid, from a small apartment in Boryeong, South Korea with my cat. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have a kitty.
Yeah, he's terrible.
I bet he's better than no kitty, which is what I'm currently dealing with.
Bad cats are way better than no cats. Yes, I agree.
Well, I'm glad that you could find the time to chat with me during this weird time in human history.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
We are quiz buddies from way back when. I would say, what was 2008, 2009? We quizzed together.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was 21 and I remember you weren't. So I do remember that. Yeah.
There had to be an inch between our tables.
Yeah.
The 4 pews, even though we were on the same team, because I was drinking Diet Coke at the pub. But that quiz was not great in hindsight, but it was a good tradition.
Yeah, it was.
What was it like? It was like 75 questions, an hour and a half, and it was usually the same set, at least once a month.
Yeah, reusing questions, and it was handed out like paper, just given to you like a quiz. But this is before the age of smartphones, so cheating wasn't really very easy if you wanted to cheat, so that was at least a plus. Otherwise, now that kind of format, first of all, that format is pretty dumb, let's be honest.
Well, it's not very engaging.
No, it's not.
No, I just remember there was always a Teletubbies question, or 2, or 3.
Yeah, or 3.
So
I don't remember a lot about the questions.
But could you tell me a little bit about your relationship with quizzing up until that point and since? Because I think you're one of the most dedicated quizzers that I know. So enlighten me and how we got where we are.
My sister, I think, kind of started getting me into it when I was really, really young. I know my mom and dad and her would encourage me by giving me brain quests. I don't know if you know what those are, the little flip cards
those.
with trivia questions. And
yeah, they were
those.
They were shaped like a big bookmark, and they were really thick. It was like a brick, and they were attached on a hinge.
Yep. Yeah, they were the best. I spent so many car trips and just sitting in my room by myself playing Brain Quest, and I would try to play with my brother and my sister sometimes, and they just were not interested. And from there I started doing Knowledge Bowl in high school, which is Quiz Bowl, but it's not as intense. Quiz Bowl, everyone has individual buzzers, and they have the countdown questions where if you answer it sooner you get more points, with less clues. And no, Knowledge Bowl is straight just 3 teams playing against each other with 1 buzzer per team, and like answering together. Then you're like allowed to talk together.
Okay.
And then from there, it's just bar trivia mostly, but as much as I possibly could, competing.
And in what cities?
Well, in Washington, D.C. in college, and after I moved back to Minnesota after college, it was sometimes Minneapolis and otherwise in my little hometown of Monticello. And there's just 1 trivia night a week in Monticello. You have to go other places if you want to play more. It would be, people that I knew from my childhood that I'm playing against, like teachers that I had in middle school and high school would be on a team.
That's fun.
And
That's really fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. And like people I went to high school with, and every once in a while, like my cousins would show up and to play against us on a different team. And so it's kind of fun being able to walk around in between rounds and like talk to people and catch up. So I think that's like a lot more team interaction than in DC. Like I would never like go and hang out with other teams or anything. So.
And how do you quiz now? So you've lived in Korea for how many years now?
2.5.
Yeah.
I live in this like really rural town, so I don't get the opportunity to do bar trivia and pub trivia, like very rarely, like during school breaks or vacation days. I think I'm going to take a couple days off next week because I have the time and we're not in school, so just go to Seoul and play a couple nights of trivia. So mostly
bars are open?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like it's not, it's not the same here as it is everywhere else.
That's wild.
Yeah, they call it like track, trace, and treat. So they track people who are known to have it, and they like track their movements using CCTV and cell phone data and credit card information, so that they know where they were, who they possibly had contact with, and then they track down those people and test them. And then they test the people who those people had contact with. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
European privacy laws would not ever.
Yeah, I know. And I get that it's different. But, when it's necessary, it can be done, Anyway, yeah. So.
Sorry. Yeah, no,
it's okay. I keep getting distracted by
No,
the
I know.
Rona.
It's the only thing anyone can. Anyways. Yeah. No, back to your pub.
So yeah, so mostly now I just do, if I can't make it to Seoul, I just do online quizzing through Learned League, or just old quizzes on Sporkle, or
love Sporkle,
through a couple Facebook groups that are associated with other trivia podcasts, and I try to do write questions for trivia podcasts every once in a while, and sometimes appear on trivia podcasts and quizzing podcasts as guests.
Very meta.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, we're not just here to chat about why we quiz and how we quiz, but we actually want to quiz.
Ooh.
Which you were warned about.
Yes.
Would you like to start?
All right. The first question is history.
Okay.
Sarah Good, Sarah Wilds, and Sarah Osborne are all people who were convicted of what crime in Massachusetts before Governor William Phipps ended subsequent prosecutions?
Could that be witchcraft?
Oh, it definitely is witchcraft. I was looking at like the name of the victims during the witch trials, and there were so many Sarahs, so I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's known among our coven.
Yeah. What? Okay. Next question is geography. France still has many overseas territories.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my attempt at some
Do
butchering
it.
some French names. Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, and I'll spell that for you. Miquelon.
Yep.
Okay. Are the last are the last French territories in North America. The islands are located off the coast of what Canadian province?
Newfoundland.
Oh my god, how did you know that? I've never even heard of them before.
I have a good reason why I know that. Is because we have a client there.
Oh, nice. That makes sense.
Yeah, we provide all of the, like, there used to be called Radio France Outre-mer, but now they're part of France Télévisions, but basically all of the national radio stations and all of the overseas territories, including Saint-Pierre et Miquelon.
Miquelon. Excellent. Yay, so good. Not as hard as I thought it might be. Good.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah. Category is sportsball/theater.
Ooh.
Yeah. The 1967 Boston Red Sox season is known as the Impossible Dream. From what Broadway musical does the name Impossible Dream come from?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so my first instinct is Damn Yankees, just because it's I think it's a baseball musical, but that wouldn't make sense, would it?
I don't know. No.
No. Impossible Dream. 60s. I don't know. Joseph?
Not Joseph.
I'll
give you a hint. Yeah, I'll give you a hint. It's based on a novel from, I think I would guess it's either the 1700s or the 1800s, and it takes place in Europe, not in the US or anything like that.
Phantom? No.
Not Phantom.
This is terrible. I just did like an all musicals quiz too.
Ooh. We get an English word that means someone who's like very idealistic or unrealistic or like impractical from the main character of this.
Oh, is it so Don Quixote?
Yep.
So is that Man of La Mancha?
No. It is. Yep.
It is?
Yep.
Ah, sweet. Punch Bowl.
Wait, what does that mean?
It was in the Punch Bowl.
Oh, it was in the Punch Bowl. Oh, okay. Good.
Man of La Mancha. Awesome.
Of La Mancha. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. And I was like, oh, it's a Red Sox question, but it's also a musical question, so cool. The next question is in art. Famous Scorpios. I dug a little deep, so much for privacy laws. Famous Scorpios who share your birthday are Matthew McConaughey, Ralph Macchio.
Really?
Yeah, Sean Combs, Laura Bush, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I don't know if your birthday is right on Facebook. I could have just asked you when your birthday was, but if it's the same.
No, that's. I mean, I knew Sean Combs, so yeah,
okay.
You got it.
All right. Okay, so, and what groundbreaking and sometimes controversial American photographer and one-time roommate of Patti Smith, who specialized in portraits, also shares your birthday? And I have...
Oh my god, is it Mapplethorpe?
It is Mapplethorpe.
That's so rad!
Yeah, I know. I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That's way cooler than Diddy.
Yeah, and Laura Bush.
Yeah. I have the same birthday as Robert Mapplethorpe. How cool.
I thought it was super cool, and I'm a little jealous. The only person I can ever remember who shares my birthday is Nev Campbell. So
that's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Could be worse.
And I think, oh wait, no, I don't remember. I don't know. So, and TV question.
Cool.
And which I think is up your alley, but we'll see. Another famous person who shares your birthday is Kathy Griffin. She appeared
No
on
way!
Yeah, way.
Okay.
She appeared on an episode of Seinfeld as Susan's old roommate, who has Jerry lug a wedding present for George and Susan from Memphis to New York. What is the not-so-fragile gift in its hilariously oversized box?
Oh man, I remember this. She had a few episode arc, I think.
Okay, yeah, I think I could only find the one like listed, but I know that she was on more than one.
I remember this. Oh, I'm not gonna come up with it. I remember the scenes though. I love Seinfeld and I love Kathy Griffin, so yeah, this is a good one, but I'm not gonna come up with it. What was it?
It's a welcome mat with the word the Costanzas on it. I do have a bonus question for you, but it's not really a question.
Please.
I mean, it is a question. The question is just, are we not men?
we are TiVo.
Yeah, it's We Are TiVo. So that's it.
That is a question.
It is a question, but like maybe not trivia questions so much.
Are you ready for your set?
I am ready.
Toni, here is your first question. Okay. What is the name for a metal or wooden device used with a muzzle-loading firearm to push the projectile up against the propellant? It's used with weapons such as muskets and cannons, and usually held in a notch underneath the barrel.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, but what are you doing to me?
It will become obvious shortly.
Oh, great.
Think about our personal history, Toni.
Is it a rod?
It's kind of sort of a rod.
Is it a ram?
Put them together.
Is it a ramrod?
Why, yes, it is.
Oh my god, really? That's what it's called?
Yep.
All right. It's like to tap the powder down, like that thing?
Yeah, it's to shove the cannon against the gunpowder, the cannonball.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Team Ramrod was my first trivia team.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, next question. After 25 years, what courtroom reality show is coming to an end as announced this month by its iconic host, named by Forbes in 2018 as the highest paid TV host?
Oh, Judge Judy.
Correct. What's our connection to Judge Judy, Toni?
Oh my god, why are you making me do this?
It's for the people.
My memory's not what it used to be.
She is an AU alum.
That's right. Oh, damn it.
But yes, correct, Judge Judy. She is she is our fellow American University alum.
Excellent. That's so cool. One of our illustrious alumni.
Question number 3. 2 Korean family names are so common that 1 in every 3 South Koreans has one of them. I'm going to ask you to name both.
Kim, I would say. And Park, or Beck. Beck and Kim.
So I had Kim and Lee.
Yeah, I was going to say Lee. I mean, I have a lot of all of those students, so
yeah.
Yeah. You know, that makes sense.
You ready for your next question?
Yeah.
Question 4. On 30 Rock. Yes. Jenna gains a considerable amount of weight while starring on Broadway. What show was she performing?
Mystic Pizza, the musical.
Correct. And for a bonus point, we're not counting points. What became her catchphrase after this weight gain?
Me so hungry, isn't it? Or yeah.
No,
No, wait. Me want food. That's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
I was like, Cookie Monster. Me want, yeah, it's me. You want food. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next question. Sort of a sports ball question.
Oof.
Sort of a cinema question.
Okay.
Fever Pitch was a 2005 American film about an obsessed Red Sox fan who let baseball get in the way of his relationship. It is a remake of a 1997 British film, which is an adaptation of a Nick Hornby novel
Damn it.
about an obsessed football fan. What team did the football fan support?
Oh my god. Is it a English Premier League team?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know very many of those. So let's say, I'll just throw one out there. West Ham? Or
Not West Ham.
Arsenal?
Correct, Arsenal.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, I figured it was kind of like a name a Premier League team question. Yeah, so you got it. And their logo has a cannon on it, and what do you use to load a cannon?
It's a ramrod.
It's correct. That connection was unintentional.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I have one last question for you, Toni.
All right.
Whose NBA career famously ended in 2005 after he scoffed a 3-year, $21 million contract with the Minnesota Timberwolves, publicly stating that the money offered would not be enough to feed his family? In 2011, the Wisconsin native owed more than $3.5 million in state-backed taxes.
Oh, yeah, I am never going to get this. I've heard of the Wisconsin, the taxes thing vaguely. And
it might be a little bit of a you either know it or you don't.
Yeah, I think well, in that case, it's probably not going to be a Lucky Johnson. So, but I figure with Wisconsin, it's not a bad name to throw out, is Johnson.
Do you want me to give it to you?
Do you have a hint?
No.
Yeah, I don't know it. Yeah.
You've heard this story though, right?
Yeah.
So it is Latrell Sprewell.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him too, so.
And do you know why I asked this question?
Is it because I'm from Minnesota?
Well, not only, but I was combing through the archives, the oldie archives, and this was on the Ramrod quiz that we wrote for the 4Ps.
Oh my god.
Way back in the day. But
really?
So I thought it was one of your questions, but it very well could have been Francesca's.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
She was
too.
the other Minnesotan.
Yeah.
Well,
21 million, asshole. Yeah, so maybe
that's all I got.
Edit that out. Yeah, well, they were awesome. Thanks. I do have one more, but it's kind of actually yeah. Well, I have like 7 more, but I have one that kind of goes back to the Judge Judy, but I asked it in the reverse order. I just thought it was an awesome clue. Alice Paul, American suffragist, political movement leader, and all-around badass lady, earned 3 separate law degrees from which university in the 1920s?
Was it American?
It is American, and I think that's super cool.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
I've never heard of her, but unsurprising considering who writes history.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's all we have time for, Toni.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, that is a wrap on the second episode of the Paris Quiz Mistress podcast. I had a lot of fun quizzing Toni. We play a lot of online quizzes together, and it was really fun to kind of do a head-to-head and on the, like, with a lot of personalized content, but I hope that it was relatable to you, our listeners, as well. Thank you for listening. If you want more quizzing, you can sign up for the Paris Quiz Mistress newsletter on the Facebook page of the same name, where you can also see upcoming dates for my real-life pub quizzes. If you happen to be in town, please stop by. And until then, stay nerdy, y'all, and keep quizzing.